the stage of them all, pressure should not kick in. But they're still players, right? Like at the end of the day, if a specific team becomes hotter than they are supposed to, upsets can happen.
Upsets can definitely happen, and the ACL was very, very close. Only a difference of points with Rayquaza changing the tides. We'll see if this will happen again here. Elevate Unite will ban away Crustle and Slowbro, and Pandatropiko removes Hoopa and Leafeon.
Yeah. Two of the, what I would say, very influential pickups. We haven't seen Leafeon today, Infinity.
It's consistently banned.
Always on the ban chamber for sure. Trevenant's going to be the first pick here by Elevate. No surprises there. They really want to prioritize their tanks. But I guess the surprising factor there is them prioritizing the tree over Umbreon.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think Trevenant is one of the top picked in the regional stage in Japan, NYSG, and EUNA, and also has one of the top win rate in the tournament. But Mimikyu will fall through and Mew will fall through for Elevate, and then you have Delphox, Umbreon, Venusaur locked in for their opponents.
And the Tropico is not joking. They do have the double EV composition. Does have a huge amount of damage in Delphox and control as well from possibly the Venusaur.
Yeah, and expectedly, with Delphox and Glaceon already locked in as well, Venusaur will go in for a much more sustainable route with a Petal Dance and Giga Drain.
Or maybe, we'll see. Because I see the angle of them going for the ultra long range.
The triple attacker? The triple
long range
damage
Venusaur? Yeah.
Possibly be.
Possibly, but we'll see. Wigglytuff once again, right? Like those sleeps, and again, anti-CC, but oh my word, Elevate is going to put out a show. Zoroark paired with a Comfy. Yeah, it's going to be a delight to see.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Zoroark is one of the top bats in different regions, and that is for a reason. And Zoroark with Comfy is like peanut butter and jelly. It's like bread and butter.
Right.
They are paired perfectly, and coming into Elevate sides with the likes of Trevenant and Mimikyu to be their frontliners, it will be match made in heaven.
Yeah, all those squishy Pokemon will have nightmares today, Infinity. I'm so excited to see every single time a Zoroark gets picked up. Mainly because it highlights, one, the mechanics of the pro player that is using it, and two, the coordination of the team, allowing for the Zoroark to be let through. Because it's not an easy Pokemon to use.
It definitely is
right?
not. It's a high skill ceiling of a Pokemon to be utilized in the game. So we'll see if there's any team, if there's any player, it will be Elevate that can match it to the highest level as we jump into game number 1.
Yeah, let's look at the leading phase. See how they will be planning this one out. And does look like the Tempest and Lewis will be on the bottom lane. The central Pokemon will still be, of course, the Zoroark. No surprises there.
Yeah.
Then for JR, it will most likely be a rotating or a roaming Comfy, at least in the early stages, allowing for the first goal for the Mimikyu, getting a lot of XP as well.
Yeah, if 9 minute reaches, Hoopa will, or well rather Comfy will start to rotate and will start to help down the Zoroark to be able to really just put down and funnel in onto that potential. But thus far, everyone's playing it a bit more safe, and no one's still getting knocked out.
Yeah, no one is at level 4. There you go, finally. First one to level 4 is the Mimikyu. Needs to be respected, goes for the berries. Are the two Pokemon on the top side for Pandatropiko. I'm liking their pace, by the way, Infinity. They're not faltered with who they are facing against, right? We could be seeing a potential dark horse here.
Yeah, there we go. Comfy starting to rotate
on
that position into the top hat, and Shua comes through, and that will be an immediate 2 KO by Elevate.
Whoa, and I believe that's the Solar Beam coming from the Mew, not really finding its mark, but it doesn't matter. It was a fend-off move, and now lots of points, goals, XP to the side of Elevate. The answer by Pandatropiko is on the bottom lane, and finally a level up to level 5 for the Delphox.
Yeah, until Tempest does not reach the final evolution! Bulbasaur KO, not even reaching the Ivysaur evolution as of yet. Shua is dominating, and now they're going for the invade up against Umbreon. Right now, Shua wants that KO.
Yeah?
But Cragneel comes in. That will be the support that Pandatropiko will be able to come in. And that will bring it down to a 2v2. Mimikyu goes in, and that will be Umbreon who falls.
Play rough moment. And for Pandatropiko, it will be a lot harder for them to lock down the Zoroark. Sure, you have the mean look to at least hinder his movements. But we have to remember, right? Like, there's a disguise button move that you can use to really get away from the mean look. They need a slow beam sort of suppression to really control the Zoroark because of, for sure, Elevate Unite. The way they play around Mimikyu and Zoroark, it's just so good.
It's definitely so good. And Shua, once again, they're not even allowing Bulbasaur to reach the next evolution.
2KO.
And into the bottom, Pat Elevate as well is dominating a consistent 3v2, 4v2, if you may call it as that will be another 3 KO and a lot of points going into Elevate.
Yeah, don't forget about Lewis, right? Like Lewis on this team still very effective in dishing out the damage needed here by Elevate.
Ooh, very aggressive, a bit of an overextension there, but this will buy space and buy time for Mimikyu to get the Regieleki, and the Reggie still into the bottom path for Elevate.
So Shua just was the nuisance needed here by Elevate to actually secure more for themselves. It's a very good trade-off, and now the Regieleki will most likely get escorted on the top side for Chok though. Cragneel only reaching level 7 just about now, 6 minutes into the game.
A little bit too delayed, Regieleki. Now stepping foot within inches away from the goal zone.
Okay.
They're able to take it out alive. Mew goes in for the solar beam. A lot of damage comes through, and that will be a KO onto Wigglytuff. And Pandatropiko, they're putting their fort forward as they protect their goal zones, but a little bit of an overextension here with a mean look stocked up onto a cage. And now the Unite move coming from Mew. That's perfect. Now Wigglytuff came in at the perfect time to be able to defend a goal zone, but how long can you do this for? As Pandatropiko is on a massive deficit, and how we will not be able to be successful. But Mimikyu, 40 points here, stacked onto Ao's energy. But Trevenant with a 4-player knockup, and Pandatropiko loses every single bit, with Delphox the only one left standing.
I thought for a second that was the opportunity for Pandatropiko to turn things around. Sure, they got the first KO against the Mimikyu, but a perfect counter engage coming in from the Trevenant was what was needed by Elevate to again get another goal zone for themselves. 318, 28, 5-minute mark.
The Phantom Force was just too good. It was unexpected. Pandatropiko was going in for a smaller, an advantageous position in a 3v1, a 3v2. And then Trevenant just came in, and that changed the tide.
And the perfect setup needed by a Zoroark to just slash through Pandatropiko's composition. Now Elevate will be on the top side, trying to secure themselves another Regieleki. Meanwhile, Pandatropiko,
5-man rotation.
Regice.
Whoa, Wigglytuff just gets poked down and just gets KO'd. Now they're trying to chase him down. It's basically a 4v2. Right now, Umbreon is gone as well. Wigglytuff from the base, just no contest. Elevate just demolished.
I don't understand, right? Oftentimes, you know, you get the snipes in from the left-hand side or from your base's side. But with the way Elevate is playing this, it doesn't matter, right? They're going to play on their strong side, on their dominant side, and will be getting objectives after objectives. Now, Elevate Unite, with this big of a lead, all they need to do now is to play defensive.
Play defensive. It's a massive lead that they have in Shua. They don't care about playing passive. They want aggression, and Shua gets another KO.
Again, perfect combo. Coming in from the Zoroark, always a delight to see. One of the more flashier Pokemon that we have in the game right now. Every time I see Zoroark, I smile.
Yeah, and there's a reason why Zoroark and Comfey is a match made in heaven, and we're seeing just that. The dominance coming in for Shua, ramping up, starting at level 5, and just invading every single bit of time that he has. Constant KOs, constant fade. The
Phantom
Phantom
Forest.
Forest stacks up 4 people, and Woodhammer almost gets that KO onto Zeus and
finally.
single-handedly just obliterates their opponent. And Miva came in at the back with a Shadow Sneak, and that will be the 4 KO.
Not even a play with me needed. That Delphox just disappeared,
So
ladies and
good.
gents. And so now Elevate United will be securing more advantage for themselves. Lewis by himself has been a revelation. Sure, we can, sing the praises of Shua, but on the bottom lane, on the bottom side, Lewis has been perfect for Elevate squad, right? Like this is pretty much the same form that we saw them dominate in the prior WCS. Now on the top side, Shua trying to secure another objective for themselves. Howie
Trying to make a miracle play, but will not occur. She was just so much damage, and
He got
Tough
stunned.
will just be the sacrifice here. And Eva trying to pressure in on the teammates of Pandatropiko as well. Now 5v4 situation, but Wigglytuff will come back soon enough. Now Elevate is just buying time, and Venusaur with a snap of a finger, he's gone. KO'd, sent back to base.
Fireworks.
Now Fireworks trying to deal damage, but it's not enough. Once more, Shua into the flank, goes onto the target, 4 KO once again.
And I guess it's done, right? Like, with the way things are going, Elevate will have the opening to secure another primary objective for themselves, cementing a potential win. Unless Pandatropiko finds the miraculous steal, which is not going to happen, the Mystical Mirage. And Elevate Unite will just move forward, getting more points for themselves and getting more goals for their squad.
Yeah, and now with the Rayquaza buff, they're just constantly putting in points. And Pandatropiko, they may keep themselves alive for a bit, but with the level advantage, with the Rayquaza buff, I don't think there's anything that could stop Elevate.
Yeah. Even the Reggie Alecki is going to touch down. My word.
Ooh, there's just
1,000
no
points.
God, and Elevate once again elevating the competition.
Are they going to reach their 1,000-point mark, you think?
Right, at this point, if they do,
That's the mini game
It's
that we
all-
have here, right?
yeah,
Like,
it's
every single time that we see a very dominating one-sided affair, we are curious to see if there will ever be a 4K digit point mark.
Viva.
Viva.
It's basically a 5v1 at this point, but I don't think it doesn't. I think it doesn't matter at this stage of the game.
The flowery
And they reached
fields. The flowery fields allowing for them to at least get more time and dunk in more points. And you're right, they reached the 1K mark.
Mew goes in with the Unite move with 10 seconds left. With a 1,030-point advantage for Elevate, I don't think Pandatropiko will be able to keep that alive, and that will be game 1, with Elevate securing the win with one step away to taking the series down.
Oh, shucks! Pandatropiko is not going to take game 1 because Elevate was just in their element here, Infinity.
Yeah, I mean, 1,090 points, 1,070-point advantage against their opponents is a feat to achieve. And thus far, from what we're seeing, Series 1 and this series specifically has been so dominating. Series 2 was a bit of a different story, but is this going to be a pattern? Game 1, Game 3, Game 5 going to be dominating.
Still-
Game 2, Game 4 not gonna be.
Still within our expectations for sure, Infinity.
Oh
'cause,
yeah.
You know, day number 2 is where we see legends clash against each other, right? Like, in day number 1, there still is an opportunity for you to face against teams that haven't been, that is not as prepared as you are, and does look like the Elevate Unite again. They are known for their Zoro R compositions, right? They are known for Shua getting his own speedster with the support of the Comfy. And now this is again another draft that we are going to look into day number 2. Are they going to get their hands on their patented Zoro arc, or will it be respected by the better teams?
And there is a reason out of every single region from Japan to MYSG to EUNA why Zoro Arc has been banned 40%
Not
off.
just for us.
Yeah.
But for all the Pokemon Unite analysts that we have watching right now, this Philippines qualifier, now we're going to enter the second ban and pick for Game 2.
Yeah, it will be a scramble. It will be a scramble coming into these games, as every single series that we have on our hands are quite different from each other. There's a huge disparity, and we'll see if these teams can adjust. If Pandatropiko can adjust specifically up against Elevate Unite, as they have the switch in sides. Zoroark and Hoopa removes Slowbro and Umbreon to cancel it out as well.
Zoroark, immediate answer. You know what? We don't want to deal with it anymore. We're just going to ban it away. Pandatropiko will be securing themselves one of the stronger Pokemon that Elevate was able to use earlier in Game 1. And finally, after 5 games, Leafeon is going to join the fray.
Leafeon is one of the most banned Pokemon all throughout those 3 regions we keep on mentioning, just behind Mew. And both of these Pokemon that are top bans across different regions are going to the side of Elevate.
The long-range artillery damage coming in from Elevate Unite will be massive. The only thing that they need to do now is to find all those Pokemon that can take care of the front line, right? Like they need separation. They need to be able to find themselves in a perfect position to at least take care of their Leafeon and Mew. But don't look, now Elevate is just going to flip the script and will go for a Dodrio.
Yeah, it could possibly be Buzzwole, it could possibly be one strong frontliner, because Elevate still needs that, but nevertheless, never going to be standard. Crustle will be the only one who will be the frontliner here, but at this point, does it really matter if Elevate has so much damage built into a composition?
It's their own variation of the double speedster composition, right? Like you still have the Dodrio, you still have the Leafeon, and to support this 2 very fast Pokemon is a Sableye.
Yeah, it's going to be so strong, and Sableye is going to really confuse Pandatropiko on having to be worried every single minute, every single second. Is Sableye there? Because if he is, it's going to be a numbers disadvantage. It's a numbers game. Mamoswine
and the Trevenant will have their hands full right now, because Elevate just wants to separate the crowd. They don't want to face head-on against the lineups of the Trevenant and the Mamoswine. You see the damage potential for Pandatropiko, right? If it will ever be a 5v5 team fight, I really think that the damage of Pandatropiko can really dissolve the units. Can really put in the damage against the Pokemon of Elevate Unite. But if you're Elevate Unite, will you give them that 5v5 team fight?
Yeah.
I guess not, right? Like you're going for that skirmish after skirmish, small fights, and then just win the battle from that.
Yeah, trying to go in for those flanks, trying to go in for finding those knockouts, because you're playing Sableye, you're playing 2 speedsters, and you're playing Mew in your composition, so pretty much like team fights is not an option. The winning condition is to really snowball this game out of proportion, steamroll this game out of proportion.
Yeah, so excited to see as to how Shua will be playing this one out. Oftentimes, we see Dodrio, he's all over the map, right? Like, it does look like Dodrio will be on the central area of Elevate Unite, and then Sableye will be the nuisance. Already level 4 is Leafeon.
Too fast, too quick.
My god.
Leafeon already reaching the final evolution here. Well, we have Mamoswine in a base evolution, not really having a chance up against the likes of Mew. And at this point, you just have to stay quiet for a bit with Tempest being in danger. But Mew, once again, is there. So it's a 2v1, not quite worth the risk.
I think there's a collapse happening on the top side. It's going to be a 3v2, and that will be the first KO. Make that 2 KO for Shua.
Back and forth by Shua. Shua doing Shua things.
Similar to the Zoroark.
Game 1,
right?
yeah.
But now on the
Sableye going in, contesting the wild Pokemon. They want that. They need that experience, but Dragneel lost it. And now you also have Leafeon coming into fray. It's a 3-man rotation coming from Elevate Unite. And Dragneel in danger, incapacitated, and Shua and Miva just came in. Will be another KO, as well as the bot pat. They get 2 KOs out from that.
JR not yet done. Zeus going down. That's another 2 KO. Plus some more goal points. Elevate bottom to
I love
top.
this.
They're dominating, and so now they're also stocking up their cookies and whatnot, right? Like they need more stats for themselves.
Do they have milk?
Possibly,
cookies?
right? Like yeah, cereal, milk, they go hand in hand.
That's like
Similar to your
Zoroark,
peanut butter and
and
jelly.
jelly. Yeah.
Oh,
The
are you
Zoroark
hungry?
and
Are you hungry?
I am. I am.
Me
I'm
too.
hungry for a team fight. So we'll see if Elevate Unite can provide that to us, as Trevenant is already going in
Okay.
for the dot, going in for the points here, but very unfortunate
Denied.
enough as Miva denies the fruit, and Miva will be able to take another KO for themselves.
Trevor not too tanky. 5 points before this gets. Wait, what? They're not even going to dunk those points in. Okay, finally. All right.
They want that overcap. We'll see. Dragnail stuck in the middle, isolated. It's a 3v1. There's no escape. And Elevate dominating once more.
That's the squishiest Trevor I've ever seen. This is what happens when you draft a lot of speedsters. Focusing on the swords, focusing on the damage. Even Howie cannot do a thing. Oh man. Again, Lewis, always very effective on the Mew pickup.
Yeah, very capable. Onto each and every single one by Elevate. And at this stage, you also have the objectives coming up already. You have Shua onto the top path, while the rest of the crew is down into the bottom as they want to contest the objective. No potential and no space for Pandatropiko to do anything, and Elevate gets a KO onto Glaceon.
150 points disparity so far. No one is being caught out of position.
Emerald two-step goes into the back,
Eva.
and that will be it. Elevate once again gets a double KO, and they're looking once again for
Another
Dragneel. No sustain for the likes of Trevenant.
And now you look at the top side. Dodrio was just able to get another gold zone for himself. Another skirmish. Finally, we'll be finding one. The Glaceon will go down to the hands of JR. Eva and company securing another objective for
steal.
themselves. Additional attack, SP attack to this composition. That's a match made in heaven.
Oh, that will be mayhem. Elevate Unite is elevating every single bit of competition, and their confidence is top notch. They are not faltering down any single bit coming into this game. Too much
man,
damage.
confused.
Now the level disparity is going to the side of Elevate Unite. They have just so much advantage into their composition, into this game. 5 minutes into the matchup, and still,
Viva.
Mamoswine has not yet reached the final evolution. Now, Leafeon came in, full wipeout.
Shua, time and time again, alongside his teammates. Similar to game number 1, focusing down on the top side. One path at a time now. Tempest is going to get looked down here. Miva.
Oh, wow. That was just a split second. Miva just came in, all moves it down,
Yeah.
and then Chandelier is gone.
Very squishy Pokemon, and this is what happens, you know? You give Shua this amount of lead, right? Like, he's already level 11 to level 8. That's a 30 level disparity that can really make those one-shots happen. Now, Elevate Unite, their next goal here is to just deny more points from Pandatropiko.
It's a 3 level average advantage by Elevate across the board.
The double speedster composition. This time with the variation of having Leafeon for Elevate
Shua.
Unite. Shua getting the Reggie Electi on the top
Okay,
side.
the bot pad, Pandatropiko wants points of their own. They want to turn things around, but can they do it? As Pandatropiko is holding down for our hope into taking that gold zone, but
Boom.
Elevate Unite is uncontested, is not going to fall down, is not holding back anything, and they will get that 3 KO. Chandelier, Trevenant in danger. But now
Oh,
going in with
okay.
a Horn Leech, keeping themselves up alive, but Crustle will be taken down,
Yeah.
but Elevate will find the answer of their own.
A moral victory, as I would say it, because now Elevate Unite will just focus down another advantage for themselves. It does appear that the random factor is also on their side, because every single time we go over to the Reggie buff, it's the Reggie steal, right? It's additional attack, it's additional SP attack. Shua, too fast for you, my friends.
Too fast, too furious. It's always that 4-1 split. Elevate, Shua, to be more specific, having been that one player that is on the opposite sides of the map just because they have so much advantage level-wise and damage-wise into this game.
And Pandatropiko is just putting all eggs in one basket.
Shua, you're all alone here. You have to wait for your teammates to go in for the flank. It's a 4-man flank coming from Elevate. Now going in with an Emerald two-step. Miva! Miva has just so much damage. 2 already down. 1 left standing and another full wipeout.
Oh man, Pandatropiko. I understand the rationale. By the way, that's a quad KO from Miva. I understand the rationale, right? Like, they wanted to at least make a play. They're sticking As-5. But every single time, Elevate finds them in a pinch, right? They go for a flank play, and the pincer movements from Elevate Unite is choreographed right now. Infinity, right? Like, they know what to do at any given moment. So now Elevate will still have another objective to take care of on the top side. If they secure this, it will be another advantage to their side and will give them space to secure the Rayquaza, and that will be the secure.
Howie trying to deny the Regieleki, but a little bit too late. Elevate will secure once again another objective with Rayquaza in the horizon as 2 minutes will be touched down as a final stretch for Pandatropiko to turn things around.
Rayquaza finally joins the fray. 500 points for Elevate Unite.
Lewis.
Another snipe down from Lewis.
Jason Khan, Trevenant, the only one left standing, and once again, Miva secures the full wipeout.
Perfect play. Even the Mystical Mirage for celebration. Elevate Unite using the Rayquaza buff to possibly again reach the 1K mark. It's a touchdown.
No shot. We'll see how Elevate Unite just takes this up a notch. It's a sprinkle on top of their win. It's a sprinkle on top of their advantage.
That's a 90% health bar gone in an instant with just 1 Solar Blade. Shua, possibly a 1v4 moment. Finally, he needs to respect it still, right? Like, all the damage coming in from Pandatropiko can still be a handful. But Miva still playing with fire. Can he do it?
Oh, man, the sword. Can you do it? We'll be able to go in for that touchdown into the goal zone, securing one of their own. But at this point, does it really matter? It's a 800-point difference that Elevate Unite has secured.
You know the meme? Everywhere I go, I see his face. It's the same for Pandatropiko, right? Oh, like Iron Man? You see that, right? But it's the same for Pandatropiko, right? Like, everywhere they go, they see Elevate.
In their nightmares, in their dreams.
Right.
While they walk down the street or whatever. Surely.
Yeah, so now, JR, okay, the Unite not going to connect to anyone.
Absent glacial stage going down, but is that enough? As Leafeon with Emerald 2-step. HP is gone in a second.
Yep.
And Pandatropiko, they're going in for that touchdown onto the goal zone, but Elevate Unite
finally
doesn't matter. And Elevate will secure Game 2, and that will secure them the series.
Yeah. I think that in that last play from Elevate, they were able to, again, successfully get the 1K mark. And there you go. 1.1K. This is what? The 3rd game, 4th game that we've seen? A team cross past the 1K mark. Elevate Unite, similar as to how Talon PH did it in the first series. They're also very capable of dominating a series 2-0 for their squad.
Could be a premonition of what we can expect onto the top 8 later down the road, or even in day 2. Maybe Elevate and Talon could match it up for the grand final spot. Could possibly be still the 2 teams that go and fly up above to Hawaii.
Yeah. Total damage dealt, are you seeing this, Infinity?
Are you kidding me?
Miva, 48% on the damage here. Leafeon things. Yeah, I really think that, you know, this is primarily one of the reasons why Leafeon is being respected by a lot of region, especially here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah. I mean, 49% ban onto Leafeon. Mew, 52.25% ban across different regions. So I guess, you know what, this is not just a statement of why the